they were number one. So
We got some new friends coming to the party.
I'm not saying it like, woo!
You know what, Mark? 2 points for number one on tornadoes. Mark's clean. The rest of the world sucks at tornadoes.
They sure do, because you need 3 things. You need warm, wet air, which comes up from the
fucking
right? You need warm, dry air on top of it to create a layer so that the wet stays at the bottom, the warm stays up top. And then you need cold air on a layer above that. So what does the Rocky Mountains do? It pushes air into the west and knocks it up the mountains, gets it cold, and then it literally, with like momentum, comes out over the plains on top of this warm, dry air and then warm, wet air. It's either warm, dry, one of those is on the other. I may not be saying that right. But those 3 stacks is what you need.
You need an air sandwich.
Exactly. You need an air cream sandwich to be able to get this kind of power for tornadoes. You heard it here first. Delete it.
Yeah, I didn't hear a point, did you? You need to say you heard it here fourth. You were not inventing tornadoes. Some Billy other people talked about tornadoes before us. Yeah, well, and also the thing I said, big flat areas. That's important too.
It all has to mix over a flat space, so it needs 4.
Where's the heaviest concentration of tornadoes in the U.S.? Probably the place they call Tornado Island.
Okay, I just said, listen, if you were listening to the context clues, I said, from the Gulfy Mexico, the Rocky Mountains pushing.
See, this is why we think that you don't listen to us. Listen, you asked a question which Mark was relatively directly answering, and you started singing a song during the answer that you asked for. It was to help.
To help who?
As the host, I guarantee it was to help.
Did it help?
Yes? Yeah, good. So you know where Tornado Alley is then now. Yes, I know. It's between the Rocky Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean.
Close enough. Give yourself some points there, buddy.
Nailed it. How close? Have you guys ever been even remotely close to a tornado?
No, the most I've seen is a funnel cloud that was real wispy.
I've been in some pretty bad windstorms, but it was never actually a tornado. There was one that was it knocked power out when we were in college. Remember that windstorm? It was like the remains of a hurricane, and it came up from the East Coast, and it just slammed Ohio and knocked all the trees down, and power was out for a couple days.
Yeah. I don't know why I've got my camera way over here, so I have to look all the way over there. Yeah, guys. Yeah, I remember that storm. There, I remember that storm. That might have been where I saw the funnel cloud.
I know when I was really young, there was one that was not too far. Because we've had to go to our basement a few times, right, over the years. We had to go down and we go there at the time. But there was one that was actually not too far. And actually, a couple years ago, there was in the last 3 years, there was one that was 4 or 5 miles from where we used to live. The street that my uncle lived on, all of the trees on the street got uprooted and just thrown around. The houses themselves weren't damaged other than by the trees and fencing and stuff that got destroyed. The entire street basically just got annihilated by wind. The tornado landed just past them and did a whole bunch of damage to them. And they lived a few blocks from us. We were fine, they were not. It's the difference of maybe I'm trying to think about tornadoes. There's so many pictures in Tornado Alley where they get hit super hard. There's an whole neighborhood that's just flat. And one house is still standing perfectly with a flagpole.
Blood to the skull.
What are those guys?
Nice.
Hell, they had air magic. They have an air
Boom to high hell.
Judge boxes are new.
Ammunition on the house.
Never watched any of it, but I hear good things about the show. Apparently not the movie. We'll be back. Do you hear good things about the show? Yeah, people like Avatar. Well, the live action, I don't know. I mean the show. I mean that in general. I have not heard much about the live action. The animated show, you should watch. Excellent. Very good. Yeah. And you should also learn the story about the voice actor Tom Valero and what happened with the local shop and that.
Even that's where it gets started. It's terrible, horrible house. I'm worried.
No. The guy who voiced Uncle Iroh had some of he did the first he started the show, but he passed while they were on the show. So then I could look someone Iroh's line. But the person they got to the voice just did the match of the voice he'd been doing, but he did it from another region. It's very tough. it makes sense to go high horse story. It's a great. Great show. I'm watching live.
Down, boy.
Everyone's going live action now. Disney's been doing live action remakes, and then like some of the animes have been doing live action stuff. I think that seems to be the thing right now. I feel like that's just the only way you can use. Like some executive was like, dude, Avatar is killing it. People love that shit, but we can't just animate another Avatar. So they would do a thing that I do post over and have to stop full forward, and they wait a long time to go through early because they can get back up long. But like what he's going to be pretty good about it, so for them to do that, like the first one kind of surprising. It's the money, it's just the money.
Your weapon manifests itself from the thin air. This defies reason. Just found myself another gun. The spirits of my ancestors are with me.
It's so fascinating because brand new is something
Your sins will not go unpunished. This defies logic. What manner of sorcery is this?
Nowadays, no. But the new one was definitely like that was bigger. The clothing, mostly just what's the
If only to die another day.
I didn't buy this stuff for one. This was
Perhaps the spirits of our ancestors, somehow trying to aid us in our mission.
No, but back then it was. It's a metal case. You handcuff it to your wrist, like, you're probably just like, I still have
For now, I may move among them, unseen and unheard.
Hold a moment! We need not worry about ammo!
You insult me with your insolence.
They have like a at the drive-thru now. So you pull up and you don't talk to a person. But so far it's got about the same as those. I think the deposit is one of the nicest things that work at that. They're not even like the, oh, I hate technology. I like it. If it looks well, that's cool. Apparently it works. You can do anything that's not like give me the number 2, don't change anything. It doesn't work. And they implemented that like it's functional technology. I wonder if it's a microphone phone issue. I have a friend who has a couple of speakers. I don't know what the actual phone is called. Typically, would only type when we play games with just type and then but they have found like a they use so they can kind of like write and their microphone to go into the software and then figure out the words they're trying to use for like AI voice or
Text to speech.
talk to us where before it was always typing. But like it's very good. Because like even during video gaming you're kind of like mumbling incoherently.
It's text to speech.
Saying that comes through very clearly and like usually very good at understanding what they're trying to say. But the technology exists to interpret even words someone who has someone speaking. And so this is found at like Microsoft with the wonder what they do whatever software they're using, where's the difference in it? Here's the difference is that's one person and it's different how they so AI can train with that. In an AI can do with that. So like what was the lowest price or highest price you think? I mean, I would guess if you go the normal price when it says, you know, it's the middle of the afternoon and it says it's Friday to get that it's will be say something is $3. I would guess all the way up to $6.
Such a rifle forces me to embrace accuracy over fire rate.
You think they're going to be afraid to do 100% price increase on something just to try and make a few extra percent? I'm sure there's a mathematical equation that someone at one week has figured out that like, this is what we can do. This is how we can tweak it and we get results and see how it works. It's whatever they get away with. I'm sure it'll be exorbitant. It'll be ridiculous. It'll be whatever people are willing to pay, which is everything's expensive, so who knows? I just would expect a lot. We have enough skills.
Even the demons use your technology, John.
3 hours ago, Ricky, the last person price in front of the valve, no price hike for busy time. Apparently, they're walking it back already. That's probably
Whatever the answer is with companies, the answer is always more money, no matter the cost. Like Bob said, yeah, there's a great pissed off equation. How much piss off people, yeah, they'll definitely do it. And if it works, everyone else is going to do it. And it'll be fine.
yeah, well, that's the thing too, right? That it's like, oh, Wendy's. Oh, yeah, it's not just Wendy's. All of the big corporations that own all of the fast food restaurants and all of the restaurant chains in general probably have or are probably considering this. I have people looking at the numbers that are like the situation balances out where it's like, well, we'll lose this much business because this many people are not coming right now, but we'll make this much more money and that's their business model. Well, start here. Here's what they say. Only consideration for like what is the improvement for the Wednesday? The Saturday, but they were leaving us low. Good and relying on that's like the website where they raise the price and then the website just says 24 hours a day like, oh, it's 30%. No, it's full price. Just jacked up the price so you could say it's 35.
There's just something so beautiful about blowing shit up.
Kind of important, but there are a wide range. And some sugar drinks, like there are some that my number one go-to is Monster Ultra Zero, like white. And I never think they made me feel sick. But I'm looking, the monster that I like, that I gravitate towards, has 18 micrograms of vitamins, which is 750%. But versus, I'm wondering if other ones that did not work for me, they had the same caffeine, but they had a different vitamin content or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one. I don't want to like.
I don't know. It's because people drink different things. Different formulations. That's understandable.
Different.
Red Bull is just terrible.
I think it's always been terrible.
Not a chance. Power maggots.
I know it's the caffeine content, which is not the caffeine.
But so many things have caffeine.
Alright, so this is not at all comparison, but you're making there's a drink that I like the flavor of, but that never worked for me as well as the one
I need to find some lead or I'm gonna get bored here.
Flavor lockdown. they're very delicious. But I'm looking at the nutrition facts for one of their flavors. It only has 1.8 micrograms of vitamin C versus 10 times that. The ones that I like that makes me feel better.
And I mean, they did say, like,
Pepper
I
must have stolen my
for a long
money.
time that B vitamins are kind of like help with energy regulation and stuff like that. But in reality, the names of these vitamins do not give an idea of what they actually are for. People say, like, vitamin A is in carrots, but it has multiple forms. There's beta-carotene, carrots, and there's retinol. Retinol is vitamin A. Also,
That's the stuff you put on your
Second
skin.
gutter slugs are going out dancing.
they're both vitamin A, and they're just different forms of base compounds that are naturally occurring and artificially occurring that I don't know too much about, that I'm not an expert in. But it's like, yeah, it can be confusing to know what these actually are. So I think there's actually multiple forms of B12 as well. It's complicated even further because there's different like compounds of it that'll absorb differently and break down differently. All kinds of stuff. Turns out you can make pretty much as many elements on the periodic table